Welcome to the HR Pulse, where our employees are the heart of Troup County School System. My name is Dr. Nigel Walker, HR Coordinator. The HR Pulse is designed to bring vital information to our employees to enhance their work. Today's topic is about workers' compensation. We value a safe working environment here at TSS, but in the case of an injury that may occur, we like to make sure that our employees are cared for quickly and thoroughly. So today, I will go through the workers' compensation procedures, best practices to ensure safety, well-being, and quality response. I will start with a few frequently asked questions and answers. Question: if I am not physically injured, why do I have to complete workers' compensation paperwork? Georgia state law states the following: upon immediate knowledge of an injury, an employer must complete and file a report of injury with its insurer's or self-insurer's claim office. Question: why do I have to get a drug screen? TCSS board policy GAMA states that after the occurrence of any work-related accident, employees are required to submit to a drug. Question: when does workers' compensation benefit start if I am out of work? Workers' compensation begins payment on the 8th day of illness or accident. Workers' compensation will be paid at 66 2/3% of your average weekly wage. You cannot receive both workers' compensation benefits and salary continuation at the same time. If you are out and not receiving a check from the school system, this can affect your service credit with the retirement system. If you have made employee paid benefits and are out on workers' compensation paycheck, you are responsible for making your benefit payments to the finance department by the last working day of each month. Failure to pay your premiums on time may result in the lapse of coverage. For questions regarding benefits, please contact our finance department. And now let's talk about what to do when you are injured at work. During normal business hours, the injured employees immediately reports the accident or injury to the supervisor. The school or department's workers' compensation person will complete the first report of injury and medical forms in the DUNS portal. The employee will select a doctor from the panel selection form, circle the selection, date, and initial. The school or department's representative will make the doctor's appointment and arrange for the 10-panel drug. The drug test will be administered per board policy, regardless if treatment is refused. The employee will then complete injury forms, medical release, and the benefit select form. The employee is asked to turn in all status update or doctor restriction notes to the HR department. If the injury occurs outside of the normal business hours, please listen to the following steps. If it is not an emergency, however, medical treatment is needed, the employee may seek treatment at the following: Urgent Care Clinic at 2169 West Point Road. The hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m., 8 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Piedmont Urgent Care, 1524 Lafayette Parkway. The hours are Monday through Sunday, 8 a.m., 8 p.m. In an emergency situation, fracture, severe laceration, head trauma, loss of consciousness, call 911 for an ambulance. TCSS will not pay for emergency room treatment for non-emergency medical care. The employee must still choose a doctor from the posted panel of physicians the following business day after receiving emergency care. Drug testing is still mandatory on all reported injuries and accidents. If an employee is hurt after hours, you are required to notify your supervisor and also call or leave me a message. My number is 706-594-6000. 6068. Upon the earliest return to the building, the employee will complete the injury form, the medical release, and the benefit selection form. The employee is also asked to turn in all status updates or doctor restrictions notes to the HR department. Next, I will talk about a few forms that are new to the package that employees may not have seen before. The first one is WC 207 medical release. It allows our panel doctors access to need-to-know medical history to ensure accurate care. The next one is the workers' compensation benefit. It gives workers the option to use sick days instead of the 66 2/3% workers' comp benefit if they have days available. The next one is the employment statement of injury. This is a new form for our employees to give injury details. The next one is the panel of physicians. As mentioned previously, the employee circles their chosen doctor, dated, and initial. Now, a few other reminders. The system cannot direct an employee to a doctor. The employee must choose where they want to go from the panel. If the employee does not choose an urgent care facility, their appointment is subject to doctor availability. Finally, I'd like to end with a few tips. Though we strive to provide the best care for our injured employees, prevention is the best care. So follow these tips on a daily basis to reduce the chance of an injury. Number one, use appropriate climbing equipment, such as step stools or ladders. Climbing on desks, chairs, or countertops may jeopardize your workers' compensation benefit and/or result in disciplinary action. Next, maintain neat and orderly work areas. Make sure you wipe up spills promptly or notify appropriate personnel. Also, use proper lifting techniques. Do not attempt to lift or push an object which is too heavy. Seek help. Also, avoid tripping hazards. Take down or insert rubber protection, and also take down all cords running into walk areas. You also want to avoid stacking materials on top of lockers, file cabinets, or other high places. Also use care when using a chair with wheels. Stand up to retrieve items and hold the chair prior to sitting down. One of the main things is to remember to be aware of your surroundings. Remember, safety is everyone's responsibility. If you have questions or concerns regarding the workers' compensation claim, you can contact the HR office, ask to speak to me or to our Chief Human Resource Officer, Tracy Fox. If neither of us are available, you can also ask for Pat Hope. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that you have learned some vital information. I am Dr. Nigel Walker, and this is HR